Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 7 of the Battle of Bunker Hill Invitational. This game will be between the Flower City Roller Derby and Penn, Jersey Roller Derby Shenanigans. We'll go through our order. So, for Flower City, starting out the order, number 0, Jacked Skellington. Number 13, Mouth. Number 1116, Fat Jammer. Number 1127, Giles. Number 16, Ammunition. Number 18, The Hammer. Number 21, Astronauty. Number 24, King Killa. Number 333, Hamburglar. Number 35, Rocky. Number 369, Dang She Fine. Number 420, Jackpot. Number 48, Oxenfree. Number 666, Morbid. Number 69, Shram. Number 77, Dick Move. Number 8008, Andy. Number 817, Jag. Number 9, Mike Tromp. And rounding out the order, number 91, El Pollo Loco.
And Flower City will be wearing white. Penn Jersey will be wearing black. And for Penn Jersey, we have number 017 Mego, number 023 Squid, 042 Jim Scary, number 10 Scarlet, 100 Crash, 1018 Misery Machine. We were too damn slow, weren't we?
We were.
We'll have to get them out. What do we have out there? Dick Move jamming for Flower City, and that's Sparkles jamming for the Shenanigans. Looks like Dick Move gets lead for Flower City. Again, Flower City wearing white. And Penn Jersey wearing the dark jerseys.
Yes. Sparkles released from the pack, now eligible to score, coming back around again.
Oh, Dick Move just got taken down. I don't know what, calling it off. 2 points on the tackle on the outside. So we got number 143, Lisa Tank, 145, Ice 9, 1701, Spockenall, 23, Benito, 302, Pappy Skates, 40, Juke of Hearts, 66, Destiny's Favorite, number 666, The Rexorcist, number 671, Tricky Nicky, and we'll continue after this jam. That's the Rexorcist out there jamming right. No, that's Morbid jamming for Flower City. Crash jamming for the Shenanigans with lead, but right behind is Morbid. Flower City gets that pack moving up the track.
Yeah, we got a fast-moving pack right now. Both jammers eligible to score, coming back around again.
Morbid took out Crash, but then Crash got back out in front. They're going to keep this jam going as both jammers picked up 4 points. That is Fat Jammer going to the penalty box. I think he was blocking.
I think so. That's a low block. All right.
Crash goes through quickly, picking up 4 points, 4 more points. 8 points already as Morbid's got held up by that 3 wall, blocking from the Shenanigans.
A little jammer on jammer action there. Morbid knocking Crash out of bounds, but the damage is done.
Looks like 8-8 jam. Let's see how many extra points Crash picked up on that last jam.
2.
So 10 to 8. 11-10 game. All right, where was I? Number 7, Marvelous, 703, Smash Ketchum, 888, Sparkles, 899, General So Fine, and number 9, Jean-Claude Transmam. I got through it.
Dang She Fine jamming for Flower City. General So Fine jamming for the Shenanigans. Those are going to be tongue twisters for me for the remainder of this game.
Dang She Fine. That's what you got to do. And General So Fine. Shram came back, tried to give a little offense there. Whoa, big hits. We have a big scrum. Oh. Looks like we have a penalty for General So Fine, and Dang She Fine picks up lead for Flower City.
We have our first power jam of the game. Let's see if Flower City can capitalize on this and run up the score a little bit. Ooh, big hit. That was number
023.
Squid. Squid.
Yeah. Picked up a directional, though.
Yeah. That was the right call.
Yeah. They took that after the big hit. The jammer went that way, but then they took a little step that way as well.
So Dang Shifan coming back around again, looking to pick up 4 more.
Ooh, gets taken out by number 7. Nice recycle back there on the inside. That is 1701. That is Spock and All who got the nice recycle on Dang Shifan.
Dang Shifan tiptoeing up the inside. It's turn 3. Another 4 points for Flower City.
Is this General So's initial pass now?
I believe so, yeah. And the Shenanigans left scoreless.
8-0 on that power jam, so they took advantage of it, picked up 8 points. Increased their lead 19-10. Who we got out there jamming?
Number 420, Jackpot, jamming for Flower City. Number 888, Sparkles, wearing the star for the Shenanigans.
Nobody in the box for either team. Everybody pushed back up on that jammer line. No room to operate for these jammers off the start. See who can find a hole to push through. Someone goes to that penalty box.
Number 042, Jim Scary.
Goes to the box for the hooligan, but they do pick up lead. Right behind, though, is Jackpot really making quick work of that lead. Ooh, nice. Oh. They're going to call that after that huge hit.
Yeah. Oh, we have a skater down. Cut the audio. Yeah,
All right.
our skater's back on 8 wheels, skating
Nice.
off.
Skating off on their own there,
Yeah.
Jackpot. That's nice to see. I think they just took a big hit there. Might have hit the back of their head on that concrete floor, which is unforgiving.
Right.
So they'll get checked out by the EMTs, and hopefully we'll see them back out there on the track.
Yeah, special thanks to the Dover Fire Department for being our medics here today. We couldn't do it without our volunteers, so thanks to everyone who's volunteered, and especially to our medics.
So 4 points picked up on that last jam by the Shenanigans. So 19-14 is our score. 24:50 left in this first half. Dick Move out there jamming for Forest City in white. And that's Crash out there for the Shenanigans.
Got a size mismatch here for jammers, 2 different skating styles. Let's see which one prevails here. And it's Crash out first, finding the outside line is your lead jammer now. But Dick Move also out of the pack, coming back around again as well.
Yeah, that was a nice redirection. Got those blockers moving in one way and then snuck around on the outside. Dick Move, though, driving those blockers through on the front. Crash using moves back and forth. He gets taken out on the inside. Gonna call it. It's like a 4-3 advantage, even though the Shenanigans held the advantage on that jam. Dick Moves pulls out the extra point, so 23-17.
Number 666, Morbid, lining up, wearing the star for Flower City in white. General So Fine. Number 899, wearing the star for the Shenanigans in black.
Morbid pushing through that middle.
Yep.
Oh, but on the outside, that was General So Fine picking up lead.
Yeah, space just opened up for him. He took advantage of it, closed quickly, but he got through. Morbid now through.
General so fine, hit to the out. Ooh, calls that before Morbid could pick up 1 point. No, Morbid did steal a point.
Yeah,
on that.
stole a point. 2-1 Jam. Closing the gap. Still a very close game. 24 Flower City. Shenanigans 19. Just over 23 minutes left to play in this first half of Game 7.
Sparkles out there. And dang, she fine. Jamming for Flower City.
Dang's lining up behind, trying to get some momentum in there.
That's some nice redirection back. Oh,
Yeah. Ooh.
got taken out by the other jammer on that hit out. They hit the one jammer and knocked out their own jammer
Yeah.
on that hit. And that's going to be, I don't want to say, that's that Shram going to the box. I think that is Shram going to the box, yeah.
Sparkles out first. Sparkles is your lead jammer.
Now a blocker goes to the box for Penn Jersey Shenanigans.
It's number 145, Ice 9.
Oh, a crash now out. Has to put that helmet cover back on before they can score any points, but Sparkles on a scoring pass here. Gets taken to the outside. Calls it. So many points did Sparkles pick up? 4 points.
That's 4, yeah.
Wow. All right, 24-23. We have a close one here, folks.
We sure do.
Both teams will be starting off with a blocker in the penalty box. El Polo Loco, first time out here for Flower City, and that's Crash jamming again for the Shenanigans. Crash, familiar, gets lead again on that outside. Has taken that outside, I think, every time.
Yeah, it's really preferring that outside line and finding success with it, so don't fix what ain't broke.
Very true.
El Pollo Loco now released from the pack as well, coming back around again, eligible to score. Are they going to keep it rolling? They are going to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
And
Match points, 4-4. Now we'll see what they do the second time through. As Penn Jersey,
trying the apex, gets
Yeah,
knocked
gotta-
out.
one additional point. So, for folks at home, Penn Jersey had an opportunity to get 4 points and call it and make that a 4-0 run instead of a 5-4 run.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not always to your team's advantage to keep that pack running when that other jammer's coming in right behind you.
We do have ourselves a tie game now, 28-28. Just over 20 minutes left to play. And General Sofine out like a rocket.
Right on the inside,
Yeah.
wide open inside line. That's dick move out there. It looks like trying to pass that helmet cover off.
General Sofine trying to take advantage of the chaos here, but he does get trapped behind the Flower City wall. Knocked into the infield.
Yeah.
And no pass, no penalty. Keeps moving. Does not get the point for that downed blocker, but
Shram now jamming for Flower City. General Sofine, 3 points in the pocket. Gonna call it now right before Shram hits that pack. So does keep them off the track and picks up 3 additional points. That's what you want to do.
yeah, that was the move there.
Yeah, 6-0 now. They take a 34-28 lead.
It's our first lead change of the game.
Yeah. But we're still very close. Close
Yeah.
game. And nobody, one person with 2 penalties, that's it. We got very little, 3 penalties on one team and 4 penalties on the other. So penalties has not been an issue early on.
No, they're playing very clean. And that's number 666 Morbid for Flower City out first. But Sparkles for the Shenanigans hot on their heels. This is a foot race.
Wisely.
Yep. I think he got it.
They kept Flower City off because their blockers moved to the front of that pack. Ooh, wait, we got a penalty.
He gets the 4, but he's called for a track cut. Morbid will start this next jam in the box. This will be a power start for Crash, who let's be honest, does not need the extra help. She's been able to find that line with very, very successful. So
First pass is out easily. It's that second pass coming
Yeah.
into that track that has been an issue for Crash. They play some offense right off the hop for Crash and swings through again. Initial pass gets right out on this power jam start. We'll see how. Now, Penn Jersey does have a blocker trapped in back trying to separate that pack. In the meantime, Flower City sets up their 3-wall. Nice sweeping offense. Gets Crash through.
nice job from the Shenanigans to keep Flower City's tripod pinned to that outside line and creating space for Crash to come on through. Morbid's released.
Quickly out of that box.
Yep.
I mean, that was... And he runs over
his own guy.
There's
my
nothing
God.
stopping Morbid. He's running over everybody. Get the heck out of his way. That was a thud now.
Yeah.
That did not feel good. That was zero. That was Jack Skeleton who just got his skeleton knocked out of his body on that hit for Morbid.
And that was an 8-0 jam in favor of the Shenanigans. We're going to see 899 General So Fine out. And Dang She Fine, 369.
42-32, yeah. So still a close game, 10 points. Dang She Fine likes to get that running start. Ooh, gets taken out hard. And General So with the assist there on the takeout.
General So knocked out and drawn way back. Oh, that's...
No, was not drawn back. Did
No.
the one hand down. Managed to pull that one hand down was General So Fine. And the Flower City thought they got that cut, but General So Fine put that one arm down and stayed in bounds.
So Dang now through, coming back around again, trying to try to pick up some points for Flower City, but jam is called off first.
No points scored. Let's see how many Penn Jersey and Black picked up on that jam. We shall have 3, it looks like. 3 points, so 45 increase their lead, 45-32.
Still anybody's game. That's just one good jam away from a tie game or another lead
I think
change. So
Flower City's going to take a timeout.
yeah.
Try to get a little reset. They were on a roll there for a while, but going to try to take this reset.
Yeah, they started out hot, and now
Yeah.
they've cooled down a little bit, so they're going to reassess.
Good time to call a timeout.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Try to figure out exactly what they got going on. Maybe they can keep their jammers from wiping out their blockers.
Right. Well, if you can hear my voice and you're in the Dover, Portsmouth, Boston area, come on down to the Dover Ice Rink for some roller derby action. We have one more game this evening, starting around 7 p.m., and then a full day of derby tomorrow. So, come on down and support some live sports in your area, and come see the fastest game on 8 wheels.
All right. So is this a college town here that we are? Because I've noticed the downtown area that has a lot of people walking around.
Yeah, there's some colleges around, and we've also got a lot of Boston commuters. So it's a very popular area, especially this time of year. The weather's beautiful, so come on down and enjoy what Dover has to offer.
All right, we have Dick Move out there jamming for Flower City in white, and that is Sparkles jamming for the Shenanigans in the black jerseys. Dick Move finds an outside line. Oh, taken out at the very end there by 042. Who was that? That was a nice knockout. That was Jim Scary with the nice knockout. Yeah. Dick Move gets through, though, eventually.
Yeah, that was a nice heads-up move by number 69, Schramm, to knock out the Shenanigans blocker to allow Dick Move to keep moving on.
That's good.
Yeah, there's a heads-up play. Schramm taking the penalty, taking one for the team, as it were, and it seems to have paid off.
Dick Move called that off early. Did manage to pick up all 4 points.
He got all 4.
So that's all that matters.
Yep.
Call them 4 points off.
Closing the gap now. Only 9 points separate these teams. Flower City 36, Shenanigans 45. 15 minutes left to play in the first half.
Yeah, we have Flower City will be starting off with a blocker down in this scenario. they're going to have El Polo Loco back out there jamming, and this is Crash. Let's see if Crash is going to manage to go up that outside line again. Oh, nope, going to trip over El Polo Loco, though, before trying to find a spot.
Look at El Polo Loco just
pulling
pulling
that pack forward. Now look at that. Crash gets through. But a Penn jersey blocker goes to the penalty box as El Polo Loco goes through. Let's see if Crash hits that pack with control.
Schramm now released as well, so Flower City full strength. Schramm going to try to create some offense for El Pollo Loco.
Look at that move. Crash, though, broke through that tripod and then quickly got out. But, boy, we were bragging about the lack of penalties. Now we've had a steady train of people going to the penalty box there.
Ooh, big hit on Crash.
Who is that? Oh, and then a retaliatory hit.
Yeah.
Wow, that would work, too. That was number 10, Scarlett, who gave that retaliatory hit on, was that Fat Jammer that got that initial?
I think so. But, yeah, they're getting punchy out there.
Yeah. Another trip to the – now we got 3 players in the box for Penn jersey. El Polo Loco gets a cut penalty.
Oh, we got a power jam.
Loco goes to the penalty box. So, yeah, we better quit bragging about the lack of penalties here because
never again.
Yeah, that came back to haunt us there because now Crash is out there, though, with no help. Well, got one blocker some help. 2 blockers out there helping, but they're not playing too much offense. Now that was Fat Jammer that gets the knockout there on Crash. Penn jersey lets Fat Jammer get right back up there with the other 3 blockers, and Crash is going to call that off. Going to ice El Polo Loco in the box standing, but did wait until the other blockers were released out of the penalty box, so that was a smart move by Crash.
No, it was a good penalty kill for the Shenanigans. They're going to have a power start here, so it's going to give General So Fine a clear track, only star on the floor. So we'll see what they can do with this.
And they had 11-8 advantage on the scoreboard, so 56-44 as we approach 12 minutes in the game. Morbid out there playing some defense now instead of jamming, but Morbid does have that pivot cover, so opportunity for El Polo Loco to pass that off to Morbid as they've got General So Fine trapped out there. Now General gets the pack moving and breaks out. Oh, another penalty picked up by El Polo Loco. I guess left the penalty box too soon.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Had to sit back down and then now back standing. So an additional penalty, but actually Flower City's done a really nice job of limiting this damage to only 4 points so far. If that, I don't know if General So Fine's got a full 4 points, but El Polo Loco with the helmet cover in hand passes that off to Morbid, and Morbid takes out another one of his players.
Yeah, in the meantime, General So Fine knocked into the infield and drawn back to turn 2. Does finally decide to call it off. No points for Flower City, but only 4, which is pretty remarkable given the amount of time that he was out there alone.
Yeah, they only gave up 4 points, and that was a double basic. Well, he was standing
penalty,
out,
yeah,
at least 40 seconds anyway. Wow, nice job there for Flower City, limiting that damage, 60-44, 10:45 left. Dang, she's fine out there, and that's Sparkles. Sparkles gets right up close, gets those blockers moving, and gets out and picks up lead as Dang She Fine finds an inside line and breaks through. A full half a lap behind Sparkles, though. Sparkles already picked up at least 1 point, going to pick up a couple more. Bodies are falling all over the place out there these last couple jams.
Yeah, it looks like Sparkles for a total of 3 is a 3-point jam, extending the Shenanigans lead over Flower City here. Lining up for the next jam is number 77, Dick Move, and we see number 100, Crash, again wearing the star for the Shenanigans. Crash trying that outside line again, gets shut down pretty quickly. Dick move out first. He is our lead jammer right now. Coming back around again, trying to add some points. Some much needed points for Flower City at this point.
Dick move's done a good job of getting out and getting lead.
Yep.
When they're jamming, which is surprising as big as they are. That was a big hit to the inside there by number 24 for Flower City. That's King Killa. Took Crash out. That was Pappy two skates. Got a recycle there on Dick move. But Dick move goes through and picks up 4. Oh, geez, Louise.
Yeah.
We had the bodies hitting the floor. I'm waiting for Drowning Pool to
I know.
break out because I'm telling you, the bodies have been hitting the floor these last 2 jams. Dick move on Pappy. Pappy 2 skates. Picks up a forearm penalty.
So another 4 points for Dick move there. 8 points total on this jam. Crash still not through their initial pass, so they're not eligible to score.
Now they handed off that helmet cover as Dick moves picked up 12 points, really cut into this lead.
I'm going to try to get a quick 4 and call it off. No, you're going to call it off, not going to risk it.
It was forced to call it off because players were lingering in the back for his team. They needed to be jumping up to the front of that pack to give Dick move a chance to pick up some points. They should have been getting up to the front, but he was forced to call that off to keep the Shenanigans from picking up any points because there was 2 players lingering in the back of that pack.
That was a good jam, though. 12-point jam for
Yeah.
Dick move there, closing the gap. Now Flower City 56, Shenanigans 63. Only 7 points separate these 2 teams with just under 8 minutes left to play.
Team timeout by the Shenanigans after that big jam that caught the Flower City team back up. 7 points separate these teams with 7:52 left.
Yeah, you know, I will say we did speak a little too soon about the amount of penalties, but no one player appears to be in any trouble so far.
The whole team.
Just everybody's getting at least one. So they're at least they're
I'm not saying
spreading
no
it
more
around.
about it. I'm not going to say no more. I jinxed them. I jinxed the heck out of them. I'm going to keep quiet about that. That was, it was like there was like 3 per team, and then all of a sudden, holy cow, everybody's going to the box. But we've had a lot of big hits this game, I will say that.
Yeah.
I think these 2 teams play each other a lot with their closeness. I would suspect that they've played each other a lot of times.
All right, we're back out on the track now. Number 666, Morbid, jamming for Flower City in white. Number 899, General So Fine, wearing the star for black.
Once Morbid does a good job once it breaks through that, but nice little recycle one-on-one. Whoa, little shove out there by number 7. That's Marvelous. But Morbid picks up lead for Flower City. Back-to-back, what was that, three leads in a row for Flower City as they've gotten right back in this game.
It's a momentum swing for sure. The momentum was with the Shenanigans for quite a bit, and now it's swung back towards white.
Nice strength there by...
Yeah, one to beat.
Yeah, 2 old men strength out there, Pappy and Morbid. Yeah, I know about that old man strength. Trust me.
That's all I got now.
Exactly, me too. Still not out of the General So Fine. Finally passes that off to Shock and Awe. But Morbid already picked up 4. Breaks through and going to call it. See if any points. No points. Nicely called off there. Let's see how many. 8 points. So, we have a lead change,
There's
folks.
the second lead change of the game. Flower City 64, Shenanigans 63. 6.5 minutes left to play in the first half of Game 7.
1 player in the box for Flower City.
Yeah, and that is number 3.
Something 33.
Either
Hamburglar, I think.
Yeah,
yes.
Hamburglar.
Who we got out there?
Yep, Hamburglar.
No, Sparkles, and dang, she's fine, jamming. Sparkles tried getting up front, but gets taken out nicely by King Killa. Does some nice defensive work. And another Flower City lead.
Ooh, that was a big hit right to the nose. Oh, yeah, we're going to get
We're gonna
a call off.
I think he's got blood.
Player down. We'll take
Checking.
Take
He's checking.
Oh.
But King Killa, that's going to hurt Flower City. King Killa's been out there a lot, and he's going to sit for at least 3 on that call-off because of that hit. Now we're checking to see if any penalties will be called on Sparkles on that.
Did look like he came up a little bit with the helmet, whether it was intentional or not. I couldn't say, but definitely looked like it hurt.
Yeah. That's one of the disadvantages when you turn around backwards to block. You expose your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's effective, but it also hurts sometimes. So referees are getting together and trying to determine if anything will be called. We'll let you know. As of right now, nobody in the penalty box. That jam was called because of an injury, so King Killa will sit. I don't think – I see him holding something up to their nose, so maybe he got a bloody nose out of that, but I don't see him cleaning the track, so apparently nothing got on the track. Maybe. Well, wait, I don't know. They're still talking about it. We're still having discussions. Speaking of discussions, where is he at? I don't know.
Well, he's taking a break. He's off right now.
Machine.
Yeah,
He's a pinball,
he found a pinball machine.
He's a pinball wizard right now, yeah. All right.
Let's see. It doesn't look like anyone's headed towards the box.
Doesn't look like it, yeah.
No, okay.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. We'll see. Still thinking about it. All right, no penalties were given, so just incidental contact.
Yeah, I think Sparkles is lucky on that one.
Yeah, I do too. El Polo Loco jamming for Flower City in white, and that's Crash jamming for the Shenanigans. Yeah, I agree with you. Sparkles got lucky on that, for at least not getting a minor anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a penalty.
Yeah,
for that, yeah. We don't have minors anymore, but,
No,
but
no,
at least getting a penalty.
Very well could have been a flagrant. So, yeah, I think he really lucked out. But Crash out first. Shenanigans back in control of this jam.
Down by 1 point is 5:27 left in this. Oh, we have a helmet cover pass.
Yeah.
That's the first time we've seen. That's Oxenfree.
Yeah, Oxenfree didn't make it back around in time to do anything with it. And the Shenanigans, 2 minutes, there's a third lead change. Yeah. Flower City 64, Shenanigans 65, 5 minutes left to play in the first half.
Yeah, back and forth game we have here, folks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's seriously back and forth. Nobody in the box. Got 5 seconds to get enough players on the track. They finally do. That's General So Fine and Dick Move. Dick Move is just powering through those blockers. That's what General So Fine's trying to use agility and does just that. Picks up lead for the Shenanigans. So back-to-back Shenanigans after that injury break.
Yeah, General So Fine, nice little dip move around the outside of that Flower City tripod to take lead now. Come back around again. Gonna try to add some points here.
Ooh, wow, what a hit there by woo-hoo. Who was that? That was 017. That was Mego who delivered a wipeout move there to the new jammer. That is Jackpot that is jamming now, who was injured earlier. Yeah,
having a hard time staying on his feet right now, but he does make it through.
Yeah, takes another hit going through as General So Fine. Ooh. Gonna call it. Let's see if Jackpot. Nope. Jackpot doesn't pick up anything.
5
additional points.
5 points for the Shenanigans on that last go round. Flower City 64, Shenanigans 70. We'll get at least 2 more jams here.
Shenanigans again opening up their lead a little bit. 70-64. We have Morbid out there for Flower City in white, and that is Sparkles jamming for the Shenanigans. Sparkles gets right up on that jammer line. Morbid gets a little bit of a running start. And there we go with the Shenanigan going to the penalty box. That's 145, ice 9, and Morbid picks up lead. Morbid's been really good about picking up lead. Sparkles goes to the box.
Yeah.
So a power jam here for Flower City, down by 6 points. This is an opportune time to pick up. Number 7's delivered some hits now. That is Marvin Lust. That is laying the smack down, but then goes to the penalty box. That's a big loss for Penn Jersey, who now has a full penalty box. And Morbid's able to, another one. There we go. Penn Jersey for sending players to the box. One blocker on the track.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Morbid, now gets bum rushed by the Flower City blockers right as a couple of teammates join from the penalty box. One of them being the jammer Sparkles, who gets reset. Morbid already 8 points in, keeps this going as Sparkles now breaks through. Let's see what Morbid with a 12 points right now. They've retaken the lead. He's going to let some time run off and then call it off right before Sparkles can pick up any points. So
That was a big jam for Flower City there. 12 points, lead change, and more importantly, a momentum shift in this game right before half. So we'll get one more jam at least here, and it's in Flower City's favor, at least the energy in the building right now.
yeah, Dang She's Fine and Crash jamming for the Shenanigans. Dang She's Fine for Flower City. Uh-oh. What? Time official review, White.
Okay.
That's Flower City going to call official review right before the whistle blew to start that jam. Yeah. Literally right before.
Right.
When they were blowing whistles to start that, they called that official review.
Well, when we know what the call is, we'll tell you, but right now we can only speculate.
I have zero ideas. I have zero ideas what it would be. I don't know what they would be asking for, considering their whole team was in the whole other team was in the penalty box.
You know, from my angle, I perhaps Sparkle had stepped out. Maybe they're asking for a track cut, but I do believe he self-corrected and then.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, stepped onto the track and then stepped right back off and self-corrected.
So I'm not sure if they're gonna try for that.
Or not. Yeah, they could be. I don't know.
That's the only thing I could. That's my only speculation.
Well, they give you that option to reset, and if they don't call you on the penalty before you reset, they usually let it go.
Yeah.
76-70. We have a tight game here.
Oh yeah.
1:15 before halftime, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments each team makes on coming out. Really, nobody in any big penalty problems, 2 at most for anybody. Nobody with more than 2. Just more on the Penn Jersey side than on the Flower City side.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still nobody in any real penalty issues.
It was like Penn Jersey's sitting at 14 penalties total for the team, and Flower City's 9. So the Shenanigans they're pulling Shenanigans a little bit. Let's be honest.
What I have seen is when they go together as a group. They like to stay together.
Yeah, that's true.
But if one's going, well, we're all just going to go. That's what seems to happen with them. How you doing?
So, Flower City was looking for a cut on the black jammer, but there was no derby action to have a cut, so no call will stand.
Okay, thank you. We speculated correctly, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, the Flower City was trying to call a track cut on number 888 Sparkles. The no call on the track stands. They will lose their challenge. And we will continue for the remaining 1 minute and 15 seconds in the second half, or the first half.
The good news, they get another one next half.
That's true.
So they might as well have tried using it. Oh, look at that move by Zero. That's Jack Skeleton. Got taken out by his own jammer earlier. And Dang She Fine picks up lead. Right behind his Crash, though.
It looks like Dang She Fine had no pass, no penalty, so the lead is Crash, even though Dang She Fine is
Crash opted
front.
not to call that to keep Flower City off the board, but Crash, and both teams picking up 4 points, so we may just get a war share on ports.
Yep.
As we go back into the second round, but Shenanigans do have the opportunity. Oh, look at that. And still opting not to call it. We have 8-4, but Dang She Fine can still pick up some points, but now Crash has an opportunity to get a few more.
Yeah. Full lap ahead now for Crash, so I feel like the game clock's winding down, and they're going to call it.
Yep.
Do we get a timeout? No timeout.
Well, goes right to halftime, but 3 additional points, so 11-8, 81-84.
welcome back to the second half of Game 7 of the Battle of Bunker Hill Invitational between Flower City Roller Derby and the Penn Jersey Shenanigans. It's a very close game right now. Flower City 84 with a slight lead over the Shenanigans at 81. So this is going to be an exciting second half of Roller Derby, and really could not be closer.
No, hopefully you caught our change of 14 minutes to 10 minutes there at the end of the first half, because we are getting back to action here pretty quick. Looks like we're going to have Crash out there for the Shenanigans in black, and that's Dick Move going to be jamming for Flower City wearing the white jerseys as we get started for this second half. As bodies are swinging already early, we've had a lot of big hits in this game. And now we got a big scrum trying to drive Dick Move, who's showing superior strength, actually moving the whole pack.
Yeah, and Crash trying to find a line on the outside, moving outside in, inside to out, but both jammers right now stuck behind the respective defenses.
Yeah, we've barely got to the pivot line.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Dick Move's got a lead a lot in that first half. So yeah, they put out some blockers out there, and now they drove Dick Move and get the recycle back. I think that's going to be your strategy. Oh, look at that. That's what you can't have, is that guy that size that get moving like that, because he's going to be laying people out. And look like Crash got lead, as I think that's Fat Jammer going to the penalty box. It sure is. And now Dick Move out. A whole lap behind Crash. So, cool, nice move. Backwards through the front of the pack, picking up all 4 points. And just like that, we have a lead change, 84 to 85.
That's 5 lead changes so far.
The last 5 jams.
It's back and forth between these two. It's really going to be who can keep up the intensity and keep up the pace for the next 28 and a half minutes to decide who wins this game.
And that's our first blocker that's got 3 penalties. So no one's got more than 2 up until that point. Fat Jammer picked up the first 3. As Morbid really showing some power, driving through that pack, keeps those feet going. Oh, looks like going to pick up a high block.
Yeah, no, so we have a power jam now in favor of the Shenanigans, with General So Fine the only star on the track right now. 1 to beat for General So, and he does it. So we have
around Tram, yeah.
Yeah, we got we finally have a lead here, 30 seconds into this jam, and let's see if they can take advantage of this.
Something they could have thought about doing there was bridging back and trapping Fat Jammer in the back there, and then all of them dropping back to that blocker that was coming out of that penalty box, and General Soul would have been able to get out and possibly give penalties to those blockers out of play out front when you drop back to the blocker in the back, though. That was something that that Jersey could have done on that play with Fat Jammer coming out of the penalty box. They could have waited till he got in play if they bridged back and then immediately dropped all back to that one blocker.
So we have a power start for 888 Sparkles wearing black for the Shenanigans. So only jammer on the track right now, working his way up the track. He's being contained. Pack is getting stretched out though, and Sparkles is finally released and is your lead jammer.
Morbid out of that penalty box trying to get through as they set up the defense and back, but Morbid having a little difficulties here. Is that number 7 for that is Marvelous, who's done a nice job blocking. Look at that. Takes a nice hit out to the outside on Morbid. Marvelous has done some nice blocking work for Shenanigans here. Sparkles on 4 points, gets a quick 4 additional 4. 8 points on the board already as Morbid, who was takes another big hit as Morbid, who was really good getting out in the first half, has been shut down here this second half.
Yeah.
These blockers for Jersey have been putting a smackdown on Morbid, and Sparkles is through for another 4 points, so Shenanigans open up a little bit of a lead here early on in the second period.
Yeah, and that was number 023 Squid putting that hit on Morbid just then. Credit where credit is due. Morbid is finally released from the pack. Star in hand. Coming back around again, but the jam is called off. And that was a monster jam for the Shenanigans there. That was 14 points. 14 points.
2 additional points will be going up on the board here shortly. There they are. So, 103 to 84 as Shenanigans have come out strong this second half.
Well, it looks like Flower City going to try something a little different. They have Jackpot out jamming. Well, we have seen Jackpot before. He is not one of the main jammers in their rotation, so I think they're trying for a smaller, agile jammer, but immediately knocked to the ground.
And shock and all, Push is jamming for the Shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. That's the first time we've seen Spock and Awe out wearing the star.
Yeah, been blocking. Did got the star by being past the pivot cover, or had the pivot and got the star cover passed to him. Excuse me. But Jackpot having some problems back there getting through these blockers. Shenanigans have sent out a nice steady stream of big blockers that have been.
Oh, big hit. Who was that?
That was number 9. That was Mic Drop.
That was.
No, I'm sorry. Jean-Claude Transmam.
Yeah.
With the big hit on that. Yeah. That took Jackpot out.
Oh,
Did
we
they
have
call that?
No, yeah, it was a injury. We have another skater down.
That's twice Jackpot's got.
Yeah.
Call him for.
He's back up on 8 wheels though, so.
Yeah.
Oof.
Jackpot's getting smoked.
Yeah, looks like he got an elbow right to the eye. So glad to see him up on his feet, but
I don't see any points scored on that as Jack Skeleton goes to the penalty box for Flower City. But
yeah, we have an official timeout now, so they might be discussing what to do about that hit.
Did Shock and All not get any points so far, I guess?
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
Yeah, nobody got out.
Nobody made it through.
So that's our third jam that's been called for injury so far this game. Is both teams are really throwing bodies around.
Yeah, they both teams really want it, and they're playing like it.
Yeah, close score still. I mean, it's still, one jam away from being right back in there from Flower City, but they've been unable to get anything going this second half so far. They're going to start out with a little disadvantage. They have one blocker in the penalty box. We're still on an official timeout here after that called jam. Yeah, the blockers from the Shenanigans have really doing really good work this second half. Keeping those jammers from Flower City from getting out. So.
Well, we got movement here from our officials, but.
Yeah, they're still talking.
Yeah.
We're having discussions. Uh-oh, someone going to. No, King Killer's just talking to Skeleton. Like I said, that with still only one player with 3 penalties, so I think Skeleton picked up a forearm penalty, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting back to action. Looks like nobody's going to that penalty box, so they discussed it and decided that's going to roll with what we have.
Yep, they're letting the hits play for better or worse. So this is going to be a very physical game for the next 24 minutes.
Yep. We have Crash out there jamming for the Shenanigans in black, and that is Dick Move, who's pushing up against a solid 4 wall. They're just decided to go full 4 on that blocking on Dick Move, and that seemed to help them the second half as. Again, Crash gets lead as they managed not to keep Dick Move in, who was very successful that first half, but Shenanigans decided to come back with a 4 wall and have kept Dick Move in, and Crash, for some reason, I don't know what Flower City was doing up front, but they were all spread out, and Crash cut them up like a slice of bread as Dick Move gets recycled back again. Ooh, beautiful apex.
You gotta think fatigue is setting in now for these skaters too, especially someone trying to muscle their way through like Dick Move.
Yeah.
It must be exhausting at this point. So
passes it off to Oxenfree. Ooh. We'll see if Crash got hit out or stepped out. Oh, they do pick up a point though, Oxenfree, but 10 points up for the Shenanigans, and they've really increased their lead now, 113 to 85. So that's a what, 15, 20, 28 point lead.
Yeah, I mean that is one good jam away, but that lead is extending. That gap is widening. So we have number 899, General So Fine, wearing the star for the Shenanigans in black, and number 666, Morbid, wearing the star in white. Morbid out first is your lead, but General So Fine also released maybe about a quarter of a lap behind, so this is going to be tight, and we'll see what Flower City decides to do with it.
Oh,
they're going to keep it going.
And they're going to keep it running, and then they don't get their blockers together. And General So Fine, I mean, you can one-on-one block for so long, but eventually they're going to get through, or you're going to pick up a penalty like Killer did. But Schramm's point was already picked before he recycled to the front, so it's going to be a 8-4 jam. It could have been a 4-0 jam.
Yeah, 4-0 jam with no penalties.
Right.
So, yeah.
117 to 93. They did cut into that lead a little bit by 4 points, but
So El Pollo Loco, number 91, in white for Flower City. 888 Sparkles wearing black for the Shenanigans. And Sparkles
defensive trio that Penn Jersey sent out has really done some stellar work on these jammers. Now going to the penalty box. That's number 10, Scarlet. Sparkles through with lead, picks up 4 points. Now Polo Loco now finally breaks through. One jammer, one blocker left to get through.
number 24, King Killer released from the box. So we are full strength for Flower City, and King Killer trying to make up for it, but cannot catch Sparkles up front.
Now got 8 points, and what move was that? El Polo Loco.
Almost looked like a wrestling takedown.
Yeah, it looked like a flip move there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but does pick up 4. Sparkle's going to pick up a few extra points there and call it. So we'll see 2 extra points. So 10-4 is the advantage on that one.
So Flower City 97, Shenanigans 127, just over 20 minutes left to play. Still a lot of derby left. Anything can happen. We've seen a lot of lead changes here this evening, so I would not be surprised to see another one, but if Flower City's going to do it, they have to get on with it.
Yeah. Dang She Fine out there jamming for Flower City, and that is Shock and Awe jamming and finding an outside line is Shock and Awe picking up lead for the Shenanigans. So they will lose. Jean-Claude Transman goes to the penalty box. Now we have a helmet cover pass to King Killa, and nicely called off there by Shock and Awe. Picks up, 2 additional points? Hey, time comes off the clock and you picked up some points. That's what when you have the lead, you can do that. 129 to 97.
Yeah, and the clock is running in between these jams, so any little bit right now will help the Shenanigans. So, like I said, Flower City needs – time is not on their side. They need to get going.
Man, they've really locked down Dick Move, who was just powering through those packs earlier. But I don't know if they've switched out their blockers to take that, but they've really shut down Dick Move, and look like that. Crash picks up lead, and Dick Move just can't get through. That is
Hamburglar, number 333, sent to the penalty box for a direction.
Number 7 there for what a job for Penn Jersey. Marva Lust has just owned Dick Move this second half. I
Yeah.
will say that. Yeah, marvelous. It's just, I don't know if they've made adjustments to the blocking, but man, that's really shut Dick Move down, who was getting out every time, just using strength. Now Crash with 4 points in on these passes, manages to get those blockers moving from Flower City, and that's not to their advantage. They need to get together and get set up. If they're going to be moving, that Crash is going to be able to eat them alive. 8 points now already.
Yeah, Crash calling it off, but damage done. 9 points looks like.
And isolated Dick Move in the penalty box.
Yeah, we're going to have a power start for General So Fine, who has been very effective when it's even. So they're going to try to take advantage of this. Flower City's really going to need to kill this penalty and get the jammer back out on track.
Dick Move is standing, and they've countered by putting Morbid out there as the pivot. Morbid tries to play some one-on-one instead of getting with his teammates, and that just allows General So Fine to slice right through him. I don't know why they're not getting back together like they were. It's like they started getting into a panic mode here. Now Dick Move breaks through, though, out of the penalty box and breaks through, but General So Fine has lead and control of this jam. Let's see what they're going to do, if they're going to call it. Now calling it. Let's see if Dick Move picked up any points. Looks like 3-2 jam there, as Jim Scary goes to the penalty box for Penn Jersey. So they'll be starting out a blocker down. Start of this. 142 to 99. Shenanigans build that lead a little bit more. Who we got out there?
We got number 888 Sparkles in black for the Shenanigans. We're 369 Dangshi Fine wearing the star for Flower City right now. And yeah, Dangshi Fine called for a track cut. We have another power jam for Shenanigans. These penalties are starting to kill Flower City.
Yeah, and that was Marvelous with the knockout on the who's done some MVP work for Penn Jersey. I'm telling you this right now. Marvelous going to pick up a direction on that one. I saw that one. Whoa, what was that move?
That was an attempted apex jump. It looked like he got met in the air by Fat Jammer. Surprised there wasn't an illegal contact call for one.
Going to the penalty box.
Yeah, no, there we go.
Yeah, Flower City is coming apart at the seams, it seems like. And Shenanigans have built this lead 145 to 99. And they have a full penalty box at the start of this jam. 2 blockers, pivot and jammer. 1 blocker in the penalty box for Penn Jersey. That happens to be Marvelous. Looks like we got a timeout being called or official review.
It says timeout, but I don't see
Someone's
call
taking
by
a
who.
timeout. Looks like Flower City going to take a timeout.
No, it's the official review.
Official review. Yeah, they are going to call it official review. I thought I saw that circle.
Yeah.
So they're going to call an official review for something. We'll find out exactly what that is. But right now, Shenanigans have built a 46-point lead on just some steady work and some contentious play by the Flower City team out there between jammer penalties and blocker penalties going to the box. Now we got 1 player with 4 for Flower City.
Yeah, that's Fat Jammer, number 1116 Fat Jammer, 4 penalties. And then 3 is the max for Shenanigans. So the Shenanigans are doing really well at managing their penalties and managing the clock here.
Yeah, they sure are. And they're going to have a big advantage at the start of this jam, too.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly what Flower City is asking for. So where is Flower City at? Where is that?
That's Rochester.
Rochester.
Rochester, New
And
York.
why is it called Flower City?
No one knows.
Nobody knows. It's a secret. Huh? I always wondered that. I was like, where's Flower City at?
Yeah.
I just have no idea. That's Rochester, New York?
Yes.
Okay.
Home of the garbage plate.
The what?
The garbage plate.
Oh.
It's a local cuisine. It's basically a picnic dinner all thrown onto a plate together.
It's Flower City because flour, like actual flour, is produced in Rochester, New York.
Oh.
Pinky told me to tell you.
Okay. Wait.
Flower City was looking for anything contact on the Black Jammer, but the no call stand because the blocker moved into it.
Okay. Thank you. Go.
So Flower City was looking for an official review to get illegal contact on number 888 Sparkles, but there it looks like there's no call. Will stand. Their
The
official
blocker moved into the
blocker moved into it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Dave, she find out the penalty box are through, but Spock and all, who's now jamming here, one-on-one out front with Killer. And they're going to keep this running with the nice offense there from. Holy cow, that was some good offense there from King Killer.
Yeah.
Open that up, but shock and awe.
Gonna call it
Stop their
off,
way
falling
through.
down. Yeah.
Picks up 4 points, but somebody going to the box here. Another
number-
shenanigan. That's
Giles, number 1127. Is their third penalty of the evening. What I think is noteworthy here is that, there's a 50-point differential right now. Flower City 103, Shenanigans 153, but I don't know that we had a differential of more than 4 or 8 this entire second half. There's been no monster jams. It's just been solid strategy and clock management from the Shenanigans to get to where we are right now.
Crash goes down. Morbid picks up lead, but Crash a half a lap behind. I don't know where that blocker's going all the way around there when they could have skated in on this side, but they took the scenic route.
Yeah, they
to
took the
get in.
long way around. Oh, and Crash out front now, even though Morbid is lead. They're going to choose to keep it rolling.
Both.
No, okay.
4-4. He had a three-quarter lap lead on Crash and could have picked up points and called it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I understand their frustration. They need to make multiple passes to kill this, to get cut into this lead, but you could do that slowly, cutting away at it.
Yep.
You can't try to get it all at one time.
So we did find out that Rochester is called Flower City because they make flour, the baking ingredient, in Rochester, New York. So for those of you wondering, we now know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know either. El Pollo Loco jamming for Flower City. General So Fine wearing the star for the Shenanigans. Both jammers yet to be released from the pack.
Ooh, nice defensive work there. The Penn Jersey Shenanigans defense has really stepped up. I don't know what adjustments they made from the first half to the second half, but
it's working.
Flower City has had nothing but problems getting out with these blocking scheme that Penn Jersey sent out there. It's really been effective.
Oh, yeah, number 0, Jack Skellington.
Goes
Yeah,
to
he's
the penalty box.
trying to force General So Fine out. Ended up committing a penalty in the meantime.
They did pass off the helmet cover, but General So Fine gonna call that off wisely and take a 4-0 advantage for Shenanigans, which killed off time and gave them some points. Open up their lead 161 to 107.
So just under 12 minutes left to play in the second half. Dick Move out there wearing the star in white for Flower City. 888 Sparkles in black for Penn Jersey Shenanigans. And nice little...
Marvelous has had a game for Penn Jersey. She opened up that offense there and gave Sparkles a whole outside line between blocking and and playing offense. Marvelous has just been an outstanding player for Penn Jersey. And to be honest, I'm going to call it right now. That's my pick for MVP for Penn Jersey on that game, because that's just been outstanding play the whole game between the defensive work and then that offense right there. 4 points put on the board for the Shenanigans, 165 to 107. Still Jack Skeleton in the penalty box for Flower City at the start of this. Morbid versus Spock and All, who Spock and All now is been jamming. Was blocking earlier, but been jamming, I think, this whole second half after a couple late jams early in the first half.
Yeah, and they've been having some success too.
Yeah.
So they've been successful at it. So why don't fix what ain't broke? They're going to keep running him with the star, and it's working. So both jammers now to the pack. Spockenall is the lead jammer, but Morbid about half a lap back. And nice move.
No, that was some great offense from the Penn Jersey teammates out there. Open up that whole outside line. That was Penn Jersey is playing phenomenal derby right now. They really are. They're playing some smart offense, open up lines for their jammers, and jammers are taking advantage of those lines. And they're chipped just 4 points and 0 points for Flower City, and that's all they need to do. As we're under 10 minutes left in this game.
369 Dang She Fine jamming for Flower City. Number 100 Crash wearing the star for the Shenanigans. Dang She Fine out first. Flower City takes the rare lead for the second half.
That's King Killa, who's also had a hell of a game for Flower City with the knockout and the recycle on Crash. But now Crash gets out. Almost made it out on the outside. Gets taken down, though, and then recycles back into the inside. They're going to keep this, Dang She Fine going to keep this jam going. I don't know why you're down 60 points or 50 points. I don't know why you're wasting time. You need to call that quickly. 3 points. Yeah, you need as much time on this clock as possible when you're down by 50 points. You need to call that quickly.
Yeah. No, time is the enemy now for Flower City.
Yeah. I don't care if there's people sitting in the box. You need time on that clock.
Yeah.
El Polo Loco out there for Flower City, and that's General So Fine. 169 to 110. General So Fine pushing hard up front, but that nice tripod work there, moving side to side. They did the nice switch there.
Yeah.
Got that good knockout on El Polo Loco. Now they do the drawback all the way back. That is Jim Scary there with the nice drawback. Now Jim Scary going to play some one-on-one. Ooh. Gets taken down by El Polo Loco.
No, the defense, the Penn Jersey defense is really good about cycling and rotating that tripod and just capturing El Pollo Loco right now. He cannot find the space.
Right, and they're doing a nice return on their tripod.
Yeah.
They're switching from one side to the other. And El Polo Loco trying to push, and they just got him locked in. Unless he can split those two blockers or get some offensive help on that top, he's not going anywhere. And right now, General So Fine is keeping Jack Skeleton picks up another penalty. Looks like direction.
Yeah.
General So Fine. Oh, now we got a helmet cover pass to, that is Jim Scary with the helmet cover now for Shenanigans. And they're going to have an opportunity to pick up points. We have no lead here. El Polo Loco could get lead if they could get out, but they have that helmet cover removed too, so we're going to have no lead. We're going to have 15 seconds. They barely got around to turn 3, except for Jim Scary breaking through, picking up 4 points. But those blockers, the whole blocking pack barely got over to turn 2.
Yeah,
they barely got to turn 2 with that for 2 minutes. 3 points is all you're going to get.
Yeah, I really do think fatigue is setting in for these teams, but credit to the Penn Jersey defense. That tripod was phenomenal.
Oh, and the back block being called on Oxenfree, and he's going to have to put that helmet cover back on and go to that penalty box. So we're going to have a power jam start here with 6 minutes left. Team timeout for White.
Yeah, Flower City calling a timeout. Maybe they can salvage some of this. 6 minutes, not a lot of time, not impossible, but they need to put in some work here.
Yeah, well, they're going to have a big disadvantage coming out as they're going to have a power jam against them.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes left. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm going to say it's impossible to make 62 points up whenever we've not seen any big jams.
No,
yet
that's true.
This game, and you see nothing but fatigue from Flower City.
Yeah, it was.
And the Penn Jersey defense, unless Penn Jersey goes to the penalty box, which they haven't done. How many penalties they got total?
18 penalties to Flower City's 24. So they're
But nobody in any real one person has 4, but nobody besides one person with 4. Nobody else is in. 6 minutes left. Nobody in any real penalty problems unless they go out there and go.
Yeah, unless they go crazy.
Yeah, go crazy on the track. I almost said a dirty word. I almost said something bad. So I'm glad I caught myself. I almost said something that I say quite frequently, but I almost said it. I had to reel myself in there for a second.
All right, so now Black has a timeout. Shenanigans calling a timeout immediately after Flower City. So another.
Yeah, everybody trying to catch a breather here and going to see what. I guess they were waiting to see what Flower City sent out there as blockers and jammers, and they'll get a complete reset here. Both teams going to take a breather. It's been a hard-hitting, big push game. I mean, both teams have really been pushing themselves.
It's been a good game. It really has. No, credit to Flower City, but the second half was not in their favor. That was all Shenanigans the second half. But
they made some good decisions. Shenanigans made some good decisions, and at halftime that is really and I didn't pay attention in the first half to see if they made any changes to their blocking strategy or blocking teams, but man, the second half they've been on fire. Those blocking, the blocking for the Shenanigans.
Very effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
All right, it looks like we're going to get back to action, and we've seen this before. Morbid's going to don that pivot cover to give Oxenfree an opportunity to pass that off to a regular jammer instead of a pivot. But Sparkle's going to be the power jam, and they're going to have a even 4-on-4. They come right off with some offense. Sparkles finds a spot. Oh, well, let's see what penalty was called on somebody. Oh, Morbid goes to the penalty box. Oh, yeah. Man. So now you have your pivot and your jammer in the box, so that's not good. And Sparkles picks up lead, and they lose their other big blocker so far. King Killa goes to the box, so not exactly what Flower City wanted. Sparkle's going to call that off even before, but you know what? He took a minute off the clock.
Yep, and the clock's still running right now, so.
Yeah, it won't start till under 5 minutes, so. Yeah, so, or right at 5 minutes, so. And they have a big start here with a blocker, a jammer, and the pivot all in the box. They sent Crash out there. Oh. And almost too many blockers.
Yeah, it got off right in the nick of time.
Yeah.
So Oxenfree released from the penalty box. We're now even on jammers, but Crash out first and is lead. So this is Shenanigans track right now.
And Schramm goes to the penalty box, so they lose another blocker to the box. So one blocker out there, and the jammer now out. Now Morbid comes out. And look at that fat jammer with the knockdown on Crash.
Back up, though, and that's 4. That's another 4 points.
Yeah, for Crash. Oxenfree. Oh, Oxenfree gets through for 4.
Nice little shoulder shake there, getting around.
Well, maybe was that Oxenfree's first pass through?
That was, yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought that was a second pass. I didn't realize it was the first pass. So There they go, 4-0. 176 to 110. 66-point lead at 4 minutes left in this game. I didn't say it was impossible, but I did say it was impossible, didn't I?
You were right. So Dick move out wearing the star for Flower City in white. General So Fine, number 899, jamming for the Shenanigans in black. And yeah, nice move by General So Fine to find that inside line on the front straight. Takes lead, and let's see what they're going to do with it. See,
Schramm was coming out of that penalty box looking for some trouble on that jammer.
yeah, he came in hot.
Yeah, he was looking to do some damage to that jammer, try to catch him off guard coming in from behind, but General So Fine, they did the bridge back, but they're not doing a good job of getting back together.
Oh, and that's an unfortunate track cut for Giles, number 1127.
Looks
So
like a helmet cover pass to Giles, so
Yeah.
from Dick move. So now we got another power jam here for the Shenanigans, who had control of that jam. They're going to pick up a couple points and call it.
So we'll get at least one more jam. There are 2 timeouts available, one for Flower City, one for the Shenanigans. Shenanigans would not help them to call a timeout here, so I don't think we'll see that.
They got a 70-point lead. Yeah, Shenanigans want that clock to run.
Yeah, Flower City has lost their official review as well, so just the one timeout.
That one timeout, Inc. is going to give them
No.
70 points.
No.
Sparkles on this power jam splits up that offense, that defense from Flower City as some nice offense that work from Shenanigans. Now they have lead, they have control of this jam, and honestly, they just want to make sure that jammer plays clean, doesn't pick up any penalties, and doesn't even care how many points he gets.
No.
He just wants to play clean, pick up 4 points, and just run time off this clock. I don't know if there's a point differential they need to get, but
26 seconds separates our game clock and our jam clock. So the jam will expire before the half does, if it goes the full 2 minutes. And choosing to call it off.
Sparkles took a big hit from King Killa, and so he grabbed that shoulder a little bit there.
Yeah. So number 042, Jim Scary, in the penalty box, called for a high block. That is their 4th, but there's only a minute left to play, so no danger there.
8 points put up on the board by Sparkles in that last jam. So 188 to 110. Who we got out there? Ooh. Crash took a wicked hit. Ran straight into the back of somebody.
Yeah, hit right in the face.
Yeah. That will stop the clock, but yeah, that buckled Crash right away.
Yeah.
Gosh, no, we're way behind schedule, aren't we? No, we're not. We're still ahead of schedule. Next game was supposed to start till 7, so we're
Yeah, we'll probably start 10 or 15 minutes late for the 7 o'clock game, but what's 15 minutes amongst friends?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and with all the big hits and all the craziness that's went on there, no one's fouling out. I mean, we got 4 penalties is the most anybody's got, so no color on our penalty board.
Nope.
Yeah, 188 to 110. 78-point lead here by the Shenanigans with under a minute left, 57 seconds left. We get started here.
Yeah, both teams played hard and played fast. And they played relatively clean. I mean, this is a pretty clean sheet considering.
We jinxed them.
We did jinx them. It was our fault.
We did jinx them. They were really clean, and then all of a sudden we said something, and next thing you know, everybody's going to the box. But it's not been one person; it's been everybody. It's been a group hug at the penalty box. Spock and all out there jamming for the Shenanigans in black, and that is dang she fine. jamming for Flower City, having both defenses playing good. Dengshi Fine, though, finds the inside line. 36 seconds. We'll see if they have 78 points in those legs. And they have control of this jam. Flower City trying to hold Spock and all back. Does lose a blocker to the penalty box, so that's not going to help their cause. But Dengshi Fine picks up 4 points. And we're probably going to see this run a minute 17. Now Sparkle's now out, going to be able to score some points now as well. Dengshi Fine gets recycled back. Oh, and going to call it with 1 second left, which is not going to allow any time to go. No timeouts. That's going to be our final. We'll see if any extra points were picked up by Dengshi Fine. 2 extra points, so 116 to 188 is our unofficial score. 6 points put up in that last jam.
Yeah, we will. All right, there we go. Now our unofficial score, Flower City 116, Shenanigans 188. Very exciting game to watch.
We have one more tonight.
One more tonight, starts soon. 7:15 probably.
What is that, Casco Bay versus somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know who. Oh, it's the other Penn jersey, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. It's the Penn Jersey A team.
Yes,
yeah,
that was the B team for
yeah,
Penn Jersey.
the Penn Jersey Hooligans
Yes.
versus the Penn Jersey Shenanigans is what we just watched. So
yes, we watched the B team versus Flower City, and then we're going to see the A team versus Casco Bay here in a few minutes.
And that's official. Final score, Flower City 116, Shenanigans 188. Thank you for watching. I'm Bruce Willis.
And I'm Wrecking Bill.
And stay tuned for more roller derby action.
All right. Good working with you, bud.
Yeah.